All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for some baseball, I guess. So, lots of changes in their lineup, a whole lot of changes in their lineup. Anchi Hong over at second, Florial at left. Moonhyun Bin, yesterday's hero, is in center field. Welcome, welcome. Lots of changes for them. Lots of changes for Samsung also. Just where players are playing today. Kim Sung Yoon is up into the second spot in the lineup. So first pitch underway to An Chi Hong, and that is a ball outside. First, and you are just everywhere, my man. So Reyes is only pitched in one game so far this year. Same with Sang Baek for Hanwha as he pops that one up. Kang Min Ho flips off the mask and is not able to make the catch. He got up late as he was probably distracted by the ugliest uniforms in the league. Samsung wearing their full body pinstripe, just not a good looking uniform. So, but An Chi Hong leads things off. He's 1 for 6 in this series, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Expect a lot of. I'm expecting a lot of not walks and a lot. Just a sec is that's going to be a swing and a miss. And like I was trying to say, is I'm going to expect a lot of strikeouts, not a lot of walks, as both of these guys will strike some guys out. They don't walk very many. But so Alex, if you're in Korea, so I'm in Korea, so I just watch on regular Korean TV. Or if you don't have cable, you can watch on TVing. If you're outside of Korea, as here comes the first pitch to Florial, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. If you live outside of Korea, you can go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com. They are the official international provider that catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. So you can watch for free there. I believe you can watch all of them. Yeah, I don't get that. It's like, again, the managers got to have guys that are old in the lineup. I would say no. Honestly, I would say no. As that is popped up, that's going to be a little bit of trouble. Shortstop over and makes the catch falling down, and that is going to be 2 away. The only thing is, Chills, is it's how many runs can Hanwha actually score? Again, Hanwha has not beaten a opposing starter yet on the season. Last year, they were 6-10 against. As that is in the dirt, and ball 1. He's not in the lineup today. Normally he's the first batter, but Kim Sung Yoon is in center field today, and the 1-0 catches the outside corner, 1-1. So Kim Tae Yun in the 3 hole today. Yeah, I would say under 10 is difficult. Just because if it was under 10 in Daejeon, I would say probably. But they're in Samsung, they're in Daegu. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and it bounces away, 2-2. Hanwha also used a ton of bullpen arms. They're not going to have their closer today. He's pitched the last 2 days, but who knows with this manager? He may send him out there again. Who knows? So last year against Hanwha, he was 3 games, 1-0, 16 innings as that one misses low and inside, and that's running our counts full. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. We couldn't go a half an inning without it. So Hanwha hit him well last year. Hanwha hit 348 against him last year. 13 Ks. He gave up 9 runs, 8 of them earned, and only 1 home run, though. As that's going to be a swing and a miss, and 2 strikeouts for Reyes, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. It's zeros everywhere. Two strikeouts already for Reyes. Again, he had 13 strikeouts in 16 innings last year against Hanwha at home. 67 strikeouts in, or 58 strikeouts in 67 innings. So, yeah, I mean, he pitched well pretty much all season. No, on the mound for Hanwha is a guy that I'm still trying to understand why he was given as much money as he was. So on the mound for Hanwha is Omsang Baek. Omsang Baek is a guy that is probably going to give up some souvenirs. Only way to say it. Florial in left, Moon Hyun Bin in center, Lee Jin Young in right, An Chi Hong at second, Kim Tae Yeon over at first, EJ Won back behind the plate. Om Song Baek is a side armor. He does have strikeout stuff. He doesn't walk too many. This season, only 4.2 innings. He didn't even make it through the fifth. Through 86 pitches, gave up 6 hits, one homer. Only gave up 2 runs, but he walked 3, struck out 5. So yeah, I mean, he strikes out a lot of guys. He doesn't walk a lot, but he gives up a ton of home runs. Uh, he led the league last year in home runs given up. But when he did play in Daegu, he was okay. He was 1-1, 11 innings. They only hit 256 against him. So expect some strikeouts as that first pitch is outside and it's 1-0. So EJ Hyun, first time a leadoff home run against Eugene Hyuk. Is Ryuhyun Jin. And EJ Won almost makes the catch falling into the dugouts right on the corner of not the dugout, looks like the replay area as he runs over. I was looking at something else, but right opens the door, lets himself into the replay booth, and seems like he's okay. The ball area, a little dangerous there, but that's why he's got all the catcher's gear on, I guess. All right, here comes the 1-1, and that catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. And so last year, 159 strikeouts in 156.2 innings, so just over a strikeout an inning. Does have pretty good stuff as long as he can control it. That's going to be a ground ball past the diving shortstop, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the perfect game and no hitter is over. Pack it up, ladies and gentlemen. Pack it up. All right, that's going to bring up Kim Sung Yoon. Kim Sung Yoon, 3 for 4 in this series, drops down a bunch, and that is going to be trouble. Safe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got runners on first and second. We've got 2 hits. We've got 2 batters. And yeah, like I said, under, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's going to bring up Gujauk, though. Math, logic, math, science, the stars, the moon. All right. And Gujauk steps in. He's 0 for 9 in this series. Does have a walk, though, is that one that comes in and lands in the zone, and he calls his mom to complain. Does have 2 home runs on the season, but hitting a 191. No, 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 no. I don't think I have the SSG stuff set up yet. And that's Mrs. Low 1-1. And I have all the logos set up that you guys can see. I have the stadiums, but I don't have all of the score bugs set up yet. And the 1-1, and that catches, ooh, just misses inside. Almost the exact same pitch he threw for strike one. Last 8 games hitting 63, which is still higher than Hanwha's leadoff hitter as he fouls that one away, and it's 2-2 now. Last 3 games, 13 at bats, goose eggs for hits, ladies and gentlemen. He's too worried about his hair and complaining to get a hit, I guess. Ah, those uniforms are so ugly, especially with those cleats. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and strikeouts number 1 on the day for Om Song Baek. And down goes Ujauk. Under Armour should be arrested for making these uniforms. All right, Kang Min Ho steps in. Oh man, I do not. And that's upstairs, 1-0. So Kang Min Ho hitting 350 on the season. It's helped by a 5 for 7 weekend here against Hanwha. It does have a walk, but other than that, just a bunch of singles, maybe some doubles, no homers. And the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled into the Hanwha dugouts. Important to note, Hanwha's
너무
dugout is on the
감사합니다.
first side. Thank you, Pitts. Pitky me. Pilts, 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 Pilts. So last 3 games, 2 hits, 3 hits, and 2 hits. Having himself a season. And the 1-1 pitch, way outside at 2-1. So Umsung Baek, fastball most of the time, 46% of the time, 144. Remember, this is from the sidearm slots, so it has way more movement than most other pitches. Change up 31% of the time, and then curveball, cutter 11% of the time each, as that's outside, and it's 3-1. Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't like these uniforms is because they don't match the Samsung blue. Like if you look at the score bug, that's the color of the Samsung logo. As that runs inside, and that will be a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Second full count of the day, first for Samsung. Runners on first and second, both have plenty of speed. Kang Min Ho, as he spins off and makes the runner go back to second base. Chance for Samsung to take a quick early lead here in this Sunday afternoon. And that's going to be right back up the middle. And a 1 run should come in. Moon Hyun Bin comes home, but not the greatest of arms. And Samsung will take an early 1-0 lead on the full counts single by Kang Min Ho, right back up the middle. So much speed on this Samsung lineup. They've got speed, they've got power, they got guys that can make contact. It's not an all or nothing show here for Samsung. Samsung Beck is getting a quick pitching visit already. Not even through the first inning, not only one out, and already the pitching coach is coming out to talk to him. They skipped his spot in the rotation uh, because of the canceled game. They actually skipped his spot in the rotation.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Webster. Webster motivation. So here we go. We got Kim Young Un stepping in. He is 3 for 10 in this series. Does have a home run also. And here comes the pitch up high. 1-0. 354 on this season for the third baseman. 3 home runs last year, a huge home run total from him. But he is also a guy that can strike out a lot too. As that is outside, and it's 2-0. And this is a very important. Is Omsong Baek sitting at 18 pitches now? Uh, he he has to go deep in this game for Hanwha to really have a chance to win. Because Hanwha used a lot of their start or their bullpen guys last night, and that is going to be 3-0 now. So they went through a lot of their bullpen yesterday. How much of their bullpen? I think they had 7 guys come in and pitch. So Kim Jong Soo, Jo Dong Mook, Jung Woo Joo, Kim Bom Soo, Park Sang Hwan, Kim So Hyun. And Kim So Hyun was in for the second time in a row, and that's going to be ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for a very, very dangerous man, Diaz. Diaz, 1 hit in this series, but it was of the souvenir variety. And I've said it so many times already today. This pitcher gives up a lot of home runs. Diaz only hitting 196 on the season, and that is a pitch that he would have loved to have swing at. And it's 0-1. 3 home runs already on the season, despite only hitting below the Mendoza line. And here comes the 0-1 up high, 1-1. 21 pitches now for Omsong Baek. 22. Forgot the ball. Reyes just hanging out in the dugout, waiting his turn. That's chopped foul. Let's see who's on the mound for Lotte. I don't know. Davison has been throwing really well on the season, and Kim Yu Sung. I would say Lotte. I mean, a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout number 2 for Omsong Baek. That's going to bring up the number 7 hitter, Pak Byung Ho. Pak Byung Ho, 1 for 7. Yeah, it makes sense just because Doosan doesn't have any starters. Their starting pitching is so bad. All right. First pitch is outside. Pitch number 25 there from Song Baek. Pak Byung Ho hitting 200 on the season. 1 for 7 in this series. 4 strikeouts. But does have a walk and a home run. And the pitch just catches the outside, and it's 1-1. Oh. And the 1-1 pitch popped straight back, and it's 1-2. You would hate to have the bases loaded and only be able to score one run. Four homers on the season. That misses low, 2-2. Only four hits, but or sorry, only 8 hits, but half of those have gone over the outfield fences. All or nothing at this point in his career after his time with QM and KT and now Samsung, and that is going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Throws to first, and they'll leave the bases loaded, but they do get one. They would have loved to have gotten more, but we'll head to the. That was actually the bottom. Sorry, that was the bottom. We'll head to the second inning. It's 1-0 Samsung. So Samsung unable to capitalize there. Samsung Beck, you got to hand it to him. He got out of it without too much more damage. Hanwha will have yesterday's hero leading things off. Samsung Beck there, 29 pitches. That is not good. That's first inning. That's 3 total left on. Oh, Hanwha's going to win now? Okay. All right, the Moonyon bin. Where's my button? There we go. Now we've got it. Now we've got it. All right, yesterday's hero steps in. Moonhyun Bin 2 for 3 in this series with a strikeouts, but the 2 home runs came yesterday. One of them was a 3-run shot to put them ahead. And first pitch is in there for a strike at the bottom. So I like the fact that he's in the starting lineup. I don't like the fact that they moved him right into the cleanup spot. As he drops down that bunt, Reyes will pick it up, throw it over to first. And that will be one away. I do not like the fact that they put him in the right in the cleanup spot. The reason for this is you basically you haven't been playing him. He finally hits 2 home runs, and then you throw him in right in the middle and said, because what's going to happen is he's going to get one chance at the number 4 spot in the lineup, and then if he doesn't do really well, now he's going to he's going to be out of the lineup again. That's in there for a strike. And the 0-1 outside. One thing you have to look at though is Hanwha's closer has pitched both of the last 2 games. He only threw .1 innings on Friday, but he threw a full inning yesterday. As that is outside, and it's 2-1. On top of that, you have Pak Sang-won, who pitched yesterday, who rarely, if ever, pitches well 2 days in a row. So that's going to be popped up for right fielder under it, and 2 away. And that's if Hanwha can even get a hit. Remember, they had 3 base runners on Friday against Wantae. Eugene Young steps in. Uh-oh. I just gave Hanwha an error. And the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be chopped to the third baseman. Grabs it, throws across the diamond, and 1-2-3 go the Eagles on just 7 pitches. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Samsung. Don't worry, Hanwha doesn't have an error yet. My fingers got a little froggy. There we go. Again, Hanwha can't score against starters. It's the other part that they have to worry about. They have 4 wins on the season. All of them have been come from behind wins against the bullpen. Songbek comes back out. He'll face the number 8 hitter on the lineup, the right fielder. Songbek again gave up 3 hits in that first inning, a single, a bunt single, and then an RBI single from Kang Min Ho. But did have 2 strikeouts and a ground out. But he did throw 29 pitches. He threw 86 pitches in his first game. Again, did have the 3 walks. So he's got to have a quick inning here. He's facing the bottom of the lineup, the 8-9-1 hitters. He's got to have a 1-2-3 inning for really to save his day. Hanwha went out and gave him a bunch of money for some reason. He was 13-10 last year, but an ERA of almost 5. Hey, Mommy's been a fan for a long time there as that run runs in and almost hits him in the chin. Ball 1, 1-0. So Kim Hun-gon, 2 for 4 on the series with a solo shot, I believe. And the 1-0 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1-1. And did he go around? He did, says the home plate umpire. Not going to check down to first. The umpire says, nope, I got you. And yep. All right, to the 1-2 pitch. Chopped to Noshiwan, grabs it, throws, and 1 away. Big first out there. Bringing up the number 9 hitter, Ryuji Hyuk. Ryuji Hyuk could prove to be a little bit of an issue, though. The left-hander here against the Hom Sang-baek, who tends to run things into the left-hander batter's box. Have to see if gets a little close. He's got his elbow guard on. So 3-0-3 on the season, and looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. I love that the KBO. Oh yeah, they'll never go back to that. That is upstairs, 1-1. I love that the KBO has all the major brands. They have Under Armour does Samsung, Adidas does Doosan, New Balance that's filed away. New Balance does KT's uniform, and I believe Reebok does NC's uniform. So the 4 major brands, and then you have Hanwha that has Spider. I know Kia used to have Majestic, the only real brand, and then that misses outside, making it 2-2. And then LG has Prospex, which is the official Korean national team uniform provider. As that is fouled away and it stays 2-2. Oh, and Kium has Nike. Can't believe I almost forgot Nike. All right. And that's going to be a ground ball. An Chi-hong bobbles a little bit, recovers, and 2 quick outs for Song Baek. Like I said, he's got to get through this inning quickly in order to save his afternoon. And they're in there for a strike. Na, 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 na. And outside, ball 1-1. Tigers? I don't know. I'm not doing the Tigers game. I don't know. Yeah, that's fouled away. That doesn't look good for Kia. Yeah, it's bases loaded at the bottom of the second. All right, Song Baek got 2 quick outs here. 1-2 count to EJ Hyun, who singled in his first at bat, came around to score on the Kang Min Ho as that is outside, and it's 2-2. Came around to score on the Kang Min Ho RBI single. Now you got to love offensively if your leadoff hitter is hitting in consecutive innings. And that is fouled away, and it'll stay 2-2. And here comes the 2-2. That's going to be a ground ball. Noshiwan scoops it up, throws across, and 1-2-3. Go Samsung. I said he needed a 1-2-3 inning, and he provided it. We'll go to the third. It's 1-0. Sammy Sung. Sammy Sung. Sammy Sung. Much better inning there. 16 pitches leaves him at 45 for the afternoon. Hanwha will have 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. Both teams with their DHs, their senior citizens on the team, batting in the 7 spot. Today it's the Samsung game. Just look at, if you go to my YouTube channel, and if you go to my YouTube channel and there's a poll, you can pick which games if you want to see, and then I can just I'll pick from there and I'll announce which games I'm streaming for the week later. Right now is Eagles versus Lions. All right, so Reyes back out there. 21 pitches through his first 2 innings. Cheon Sung. He looking out to the outfield corner. I'm not sure what they're doing out there, but no, I am not a fan of any team. Looks like something fell out or fell down or something. I don't know. Yeah, right now I'm doing Hanwha versus Samsung, as that is outside. Ball one. Chan Sung 179 on the season, and it looks at strike one there, and it's 1-1. Chan Sung 0 for 6 with a strikeout in this series. The captain off to an awful, awful, awful start. Worse than his start last year, which was so bad that he got sent down to the second team. Swing and a miss there. Strike number 2, 2-2 now. Reyes throws the slider the most out of all of his pitches. He throws a slider 30% of the time, fastball 22% of the time. Tried to get him chased there on the slider away, but he lays off, and that'll have a full count, second full count of the day for Hanwha. Chan Sung has a tendency to chase that slider away as he just gets a piece of that, and it stays 3-2. So slider most of the time, again, 30% of the time, 125. Fastball, 22%, 23% of the time, 143. Cutter and a two seam, 19 or 20% and 13% of the time. So he has something for everybody. Again, not a huge strikeout pitcher, but that will do it. As he went around on the check swing, he jumps up and down. He is not happy about it, but that will be one away. Chan Sung started to head to first. The home plate umpire pointed at him, and Chan Sung started jumping up and down. Ooh, I don't think he went. Don't think he went. But that'll be strike number 1 to EJ Wan. EJ Wan 1 for 1 in this series. Third time on the season that he has been in the starting lineup, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And outside, 1-2. Got to have that 0-2 counts thrown into the other batter's box. And upstairs, 2-2. Now fouls it into his own leg. Slow game. Not speed wise, but just action wise, as here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be right back at Reyes. Tucks the glove up, tosses an underhand to Diaz, and that will be 3 away. Or 2 away. Sorry. 2, not 3. 2, not 3. 2, not 3. Now, another quick 2 outs. That'll bring up a Shimu Jun, who was also hitless for the day, or the season. Not the season. What am I saying? Also hitless for the series. That's the word I was looking for. What are they checking on here? And I got waiting for something. I'm not sure what. Shimu Jun hitting 189 on the season. I don't know what's going on. One of the umpires is now running onto the middle of the field. Looks like it's so windy that a bunch of stuff is flying onto the field. Kim Jong-un has got a little plastic in his back pockets. And here comes the first pitch, way upstairs, 1-0. Shimu Jun. Shimu Jun. And the 1-0 in there for strike 1-1. Reyes moving quick. getting the ball, throwing it in. He is not messing around. And the 1-1. Did he fake the bunts? But did he get it? He did not pull it back in time. And that will be 1-2 now. And it looked like he was he offered at it, he pulled the bat back, but it was already past him. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws across, and once again, 1-2-3, go the Eagles. That'll take us to the bottom of the third. Hanwha 0, Samsung 1. Samsung will have the top of the order coming up. The 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up here. Reyes at 38 pitches now. He did have to throw 17 pitches that inning. Bumps the total way up. 38 pitches now. Song Baek will come back out on the mound. He's at 45 pitches through his 2 innings, 29 in that first inning. He does have 2 strikeouts in that first inning to save himself really in this game. Really does need another pretty quick inning. Again, the ideal pitcher is for the number that you've thrown to match the inning that you're in. So if you finish the seconds, you want to be in the 20s. If you finish the third, you want to be in the 30s. He is already in the 40s, already at 45. So Kim Sung-yoon will step in. He bunted for a single in his first at-bat, but was stranded on the bases. Stranded over at third base. It says Sung Jake. I can't even. That's probably why he's not pitching right. There we go. Now his name is correct. Oops, sorry. My bad, dude. All right. Kim Sung-yoon steps in, and first pitch is way outside. 1-0. EJ Wan gives him a little pep talk before throwing the ball back to him. Kim Sung-yoon, 8 for 16 on this season. And that misses outside also, and it's 2-0. See if they go inside to him now. He's tried to go outside twice and is not being able to get it in the zone. And he sets up on the inside. He goes, but it's up high. Now it's 3-0. Song Baek struggled with command in his first game. He is struggling with command here in his second with his walk already. 1 full counts, 1 walk, and a 3-0 count to start the third inning. And that will be a walk on 4 pitches. Not only that, so you've got a guy with plenty of speed now on the bases. Second walk now for Song Baek. Good to see Kim Tae-yeon back to the old Knickerbockers. Yeah, knee long pants. All right, Koo Ja-wook steps in. He struck out in his first at bat, making him 0 for 10 in this series. He's 0 for his last 14, and that's inside ball 1. And EJ Wan will go have a little chit chat with the man on the mound. Second chit chat of the game already, and we're only in the third inning. And he's at 50 pitches through 2+ innings. Now he's got the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Samsung with guys on base. This could get ugly early in this game. I thought you don't want him to sub. Didn't you go over? Did you go over or under? All right, the 1-0 pitch. It's outside. 2-0. Right to the 2-0. Oof. Yeah, you definitely don't want him in though. But you don't want the Hanwha bullpen in either. Kim Dae-yeon fakes the throwback, tried to get him napping over at first base, but he didn't fall for it. All right, the 2-0 pitch. And fouls that away, and it's 2-1. I told you I wouldn't do that. But, he had the bases loaded with 1 ounce, and he got out of it without allowing any more runs. So who knows? 2-1 pitch to Gu Hook. And just barely touches the inside of the zone. Again, since he is a side armor, it cuts back into the plates, and it definitely looked like it was going to be a ball, but it cut back in just at the last second to clip the edge of the zone. And here we go. The 2-2 pitch pops him up. Kim Tae-yeon in foul territory, drifting, and makes the catch over the railing and 1 away. All very nonchalant, just sticks the glove out over the railing, snags it, and it is windy, so you could see a couple of pop fly errors. Kang Min Ho steps in. He has the RBI single for Samsung back in the first inning. Doing something to his glove. 366 on the season for the Samsung backstop. And misses just outside 1-0. He is somebody that can hit into some double plays. The catcher doesn't move extremely well. And he goes in the throw down to second, nowhere near in time. He was sliding before the catcher even got rid of the ball. Almost slid past the bag, but all right. Well, there goes your double play, sir. I was just looking it up, and he has hit into one double play this year. And the 1-1, he sticks the bat out, fouls it away, and it's 1-2. Oh, a single will score him. He has very, very good speed. And the 1-2 pitch way outside, 2-2. It wasn't even close. Set up way in the other batter's box. He threw it right there. All right, the 2-2 pitch swings at a ball down at the dirts, and he fouls it away to stay alive. Would have been ball 3. A little stretch in while we're waiting for the ball to be back into play. All right, the 2-2 pitch That's up on the outside. And he misses, and it's another full count. Second full count for Kang Min Ho. Second full count of the day for Samsung. He singled in his first at bat with a full count, so we'll see what he does here. 60 pitches now for Song Baek, just through 2 1/3 innings. And that is nowhere near the strike zone, and he walks him. On base for the second time, and that will be his third walk of the day. 61 pitches now. Gonna have to get the bullpen up, warming up if you are Hanwha right now. All right, that brings up Kim Young-eun. Kim Young-eun, 354 on the season. He's 0 for 0 on the day as he walked in his first at bat. And that's low. 1-0. The Samsung season ticket holders are ridiculous with those uniforms. The Guja uniforms, there's like 40 something in the outfield. And the 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. And you got the Kim Jong-un uniforms. There's like 20 something of those in a group. People got a year's salary wrapped up in uniforms for players that they don't even know who they are. And here comes the 2-0, just sets up right down the middle and just sneaks a strike in there on the outside corner. See how much he can flirt with death with this Samsung lineup. As swing and a miss there, as that's the pitch he wanted to make it a 4-0 game. Drop down a knee, trying to elevate that ball, but here we go. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets the strikeout there. Another big strikeout. He is doing damage once guys get on base. He is buckling down with a big strikeout there. And I talked about it earlier. Kim Jong-un, he has plenty of power, but he also misses a lot. All right, that's going to bring up Diaz, pitch number 67 coming up, ladies and gentlemen. And that is fouled away because it's a strike, but it's not. Ooh, just foul. I thought it might have stayed fair, but that is a very long strike one. Just foul. And that's upstairs, 1-1. Again, Diaz already has 3 homers on the season, only 191 on the season. He's only has 1 hit in this series, but it was also a home run. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Low, 2-1. He is not going to get through 5 innings today. 69 pitches, pitch number 70 coming up here. And we're just in the bottom of the third. He threw 86 pitches in the first game, but only got through 4.2 innings. And just clips the top zone, and it's 2-2. We're at 70 now, though. I don't think you want the Hanwha bullpen in either, though. The 2-2 low, and that gets away from EJ Wan as he does his regular old can't catch the ball even though I'm a catcher. And that'll run the count full. And EJ Wan has so many problems catching the ball. I don't know how else to explain it, but he's a catcher, but so many times pitches like that should be caught aren't. All right, now a single scores two. The 3-2 pitch fouls it away. Stays 3-2. Big time inning. And fouls it again. All right, here we go. 3-2 pitch once again. Pitch number 74 of the day for Song Baek. And that is going to be ripped into the corner, and that's going to score two as Diaz is going to be rounding first and heading to second with a 2-out, 2 RBI double, and Samsung goes up 3 to nothing. Like I said, how long is he going to flirt with runs? Diaz finally gets his hits. Song Baek still out there. Park Byung-ho is swinging a miss there, and it's 0-1. Park Byung-ho, 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. Looks at his bat, checks for a hole, but nope, it's not there. You just missed. Park Byung-ho, 1 for 7 with a 4 strikeouts and a solo shots and a walk, and that's 1-1 now. And 1-1 swing into the mitts, but drops it, and it's 1-2. Reyes warming up over on the foul grass. Again, a lot of these stadiums they warm up in the grass instead of in a bullpen that's right next to it or in the anywhere else. The 1-2. That's going to be a single into left field. Diaz will come around Florial to throw home, and he is out by about 8 steps. Florial with a great throw home right on line, and that will take us to the 4th inning. They get 2 more on the 2 RBI double by Diaz, but thrown out at home on an awful decision by the third base coach. I don't know. I have no idea why. I mean, I have a good idea why. It's good send if you're a Hanwha fan. And Florial has a pretty good arm. I don't know why they I really don't know why they sent him there. But Song Baek gives up another 2 runs. He 33 pitches that inning. I'm actually wondering if he is done for the day. Let's see. 1, 2. See if I got all that. All right, Reyes back out. Diaz thrown out by about 4 steps. I mean, the catcher had the ball, was waiting for that ever came home. All right, An Chi Hong steps in and looks at ball one. And 1-0. Oh, An Chi Hong hitting 71 on the season, 1 for 7 in this series as he looks at strike one there, 1-1 now. Does have 2 walks though. Congratulations. Does have 2 walks. Struck out in his last and only at bat, and he lifts that one into right field. Right fielder over and under it, and 1 away. Almost dropped it there. Is again very windy. Like such an awful send. He was at he was at he was just at third base when Florio picked up the ball. Speaking of Florio, he steps in, looks at ball one. He is 0 for 1 on the day, and that is upstairs 2-0. Can't put that one on Diaz at all. That is 100% on the third base coach. And that's going to be fouled away. 2-1. Florio with his first ever KBO multi-hit game yesterday. 2 for 8 in this series with 2 strikeouts. Popped up to the shortstop in his first at-bats. And the 2-1 is popped foul, and it's 2-2. And just missed that. That was probably a strike last year before they dropped the strike zone down a centimeter. All right, the 3-2 pitch. And that is going to be a ground ball to Diaz, who scoops it up, and it's 2 away. Reyes 47 pitches now through 3 2/3. 13 in the first, 8 in the second, 17 in the third. He's got 9 so far in the 4th inning here. Kim Tae-yun steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that's a beauty right there. Drops in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, Kim Tae-yun, one of, I think, 3 guys on this team hitting 200. Did he go? Did not. Thank you for not showing the first base umpire make that call. Excellent camera work, KBS. Excellent camera work. All right, the 1-1, and that's a swing and a miss as it drops. Oh, so I guess the he did go around on that, and that's going to be a strikeout. The score bug showed a ball. I couldn't see the umpire, but apparently it was a strike, and that's a 3-pitch strikeouts. 4th strikeout of the day for Reyes, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0. Samsung, 100% all Samsung. But yeah, like they don't show the camera, they don't show the first base coach, so I can't see what he calls. The score bug throws up a ball, so I'm like, okay, it was a ball. And then the next pitch is a strike, and everybody's walking off, and I'm like, wait, what? It should have been 1 and 2. All right, so coming up for yeah, I think they need me running the thing. 50 pitches, 12 in that inning. Gonna have to start running the whole KBO production team. I live in Korea, so I'm watching on regular Korean TV. If you are not in Korea, which I'm gonna assume you are not, if you're not in Korea, you can watch on Soup Live. Just a sec. Jodonuk now in is they're going to change pitchers here. 5.1 innings, 338 ERA, 823 OPS, and a 169 whip. So already Hanwha dipping into the bullpen. So just a sec, and I will explain to you how to do that. All right, everything should be switched now, but stepping up now is the number 8 hitter, Kim Hun-gon. He 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, and the first one is in there for a strike. So you can do that. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Jononuk, the left-hander, out on the mound, and that's going to be a ground ball. Noshiwan, a backhand over to by the line, and the throw in time. Excellent play by Noshiwan right at the corner, and one away. So if you go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com, they have the international broadcast rights. You can watch the game there and then listen to my YouTube. Because I'm in Korea, just a sec, because that's going to be a quick chopper to Kim Tae-yeon over at first, and just like that, 2 away. That'll flip the lineup back over as EJ Hyun will step in. But you can watch the game, and because I'm in Korea, my stream is actually maybe a second ahead of the Soup Live relay broadcast, so it almost matches up perfectly. And as that is in the dirt, and the umpire says he went. So SOOPLIVE.com, and you can watch any of the games, and you can it times up almost perfectly with my broadcast here. All right, the 0-1 pitch, low, and it's 1-1. No problem. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a chopper. They can't decide who's going to take it. Shimu Jun does and throws over. 1, 2, 3 goes the Samsung Lions here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th. It's 3-0. The Leos. That was quick. Nothing else to say. Jodong comes in. I have to wonder how many innings he's going to be able to throw, though. He did throw yesterday's game, 2/3 of an inning, just 2 batters. So coming in again today will be interesting to see how much he pitches. Yesterday, what did he throw? He threw 5 pitches yesterday. So I think he should be good. Probably come back out for the 5th inning, and then they'll go to a different arm after the break. So just 6 pitches there to send down Samsung, and Hanwha's got to be thinking now, what are they going to do with Samsung Baek? They just gave him a ton of money in the off season to come in, and they've moved him in the 4th spot in the lineup. And he has not pitched well. Again, he 4.2 innings in his first game, 86 pitches, 3 walks, 2 runs given up. Here in Today's game also obviously did not pitch well. Yeah, 78 pitches, only 44 for strikes, 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 3 runs. So they've got to do something. I don't think they can send him in the bullpen. I think they've got to send him down to get some work. But Moon Hyun Bin will step in for Hanwha. He won 3 ground out in his first at bat and looks at strike one there. Reyes 50 pitches through 4 innings. Moon Hyun Bin 0 for 1. Again, 1 3 groundouts, 240 on the season. And that's a swing and a miss at a ball that drops down at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0 2. Reyes, not a big strikeout guy, but he's got 4 already. Enjoy. As weird as it sounds, Suwon is the oldest stadium, but it is my favorite stadium, honestly, and I don't know why. When I go there, I just have this strange feeling as that is fouled away and it stays 1 2. Like when I go to a game in Suwon, I just there's a different feeling. And maybe it's because every game I've been is KT has not been a good team. I haven't been since they've become a playoff team, as that runs inside, and it's 2 2. So I would go to the games and feel like I was there. Ah, no, as that is going to be lifted into center field. Center fielder under it, and 1 away. I mean, it's only 20,000, 22,000, I think. So right now, the most of all the stadiums are 20,000 or bigger, except for Gochak. Yeah, I mean it's a double A team. It's a double A. Is the easiest way for most of the teams. So, uh, in the MLB, the easiest way to determine what size the league is to look at how many levels are in the stadium. So a major league team would have 4 levels, a triple A team would have 3 levels, and a double A team would have 1 level. And most of the stadiums have 2, maybe 3 levels. As Noshiwan pops that one up, that might be a little trouble. Gujauk over, center fielder also over, and under it is sunny and windy, a deadly combination to be an outfielder, but that is 2 away now. Is the major leaguers that I've talked to that played here in the KBO, they said the KBO is like double A plus, in between double A and triple A. So a lot of these stadiums are between 2 and 3 levels. That is in there for a strike. And 0-1 to Ejin Young. Ejin Young, a 5-3 ground out in his first at bat. 250 on the season. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. And it's 0-2. And he hits him in the hand. He does not wear hand protection as he checks his swing and it hits him in the hand. He's going to be on base as that ball just ran in on him. This would be a huge, huge thing for Hanwha as they're taking the glove off. Maybe we'll get a good look there. Nope, somebody's standing in the way now. He has been one of the only, really the only positive outfielders for Hanwha. Oh, it hit the bat. He's gonna go. He's not gonna be on first base. That hit the bat. That hit the knob of the bat. Wow. you can see the knob of the bat break. Yeah, I think they're going to check. Nope, they're going to take him out. I assume Im Jong Chan will take over. Nope, Iwan Suk will take over on the base pass. Oh, Cheon Sung. Again, it looked like it hit the right at the knob of the bats, and you could see the knob of the bat break. I think they're gonna look. I think they're gonna look at this. I'm gonna wait to change this because I think it hit him. I think it hit the knob of the bat. They're not showing the replay again, but it really looked like it hit the knob of the bat because you can actually see right at the knob of the bat where it breaks a little bit. I no, I mean it looked like it hit the knob of the bat to me. Yeah, that's what he was swinging. The Hanwha manager is out now, so Iwan Suk is having to put on his gear as he will pinch hit now with an with a count of 0-2. Well, they're saying that he swung, but it looked like it hit the bottom of the knob of the bat. He didn't swing. His hand seems to be. Oh, that's his other hand. So it looks like Iwan Suk will come out. Well, Jin Young is not going to hit. So Iwan Suk will finish this at bat. Nope, Im Jong Chan will come in to finish this at bat. And this is who I thought was going to be the pinch runner because he would have been taking over in right field anyway. So they're not going to be using Yuan Suk here to pinch run and then take over in the outfield. They're going to use Im Jong Chan to pinch hit. Has a very difficult task here. As he is going to come in to face Reyes with an 0-2 count, hitting 143 on the season. And that's misses low, and it's going to be 1-2. So if it's a walk, Im Jong Chan will get credit for the walk. If it is a strikeout, then Lee Jin Young will get the credit for the strikeouts because there are 2 strikes. All right, the 0-2 misses low, and suddenly we've got a 3-2 count. And that is a strike right down the middle. And that'll be strikeouts number 5 on the day for Reyes, as Kim Jong Chan was not swinging at anything. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Samsung. So Lee Jin Young gets the credit for the strikeout there because he was up. He started the at-bats with an 0-2 count. Reyes throws 3 balls there, but ends up cleaning it up, and he 16 pitches in that inning, leaves him at 66 for the game so far through 5 innings. He'll take a little break as we'll have the bottom of the 5th here, and then from there we'll have the good old stretchy. Kim Jong Chan stays in right field. All right, so coming in for Samsung will be the number 2 hitter. Kim Sung Yoon on base twice already today. Bunt single in his first at bats, and then a walk, stolen base, and a run scored in his second at bat. So Jo Dong-wook still out there on the mound. Came in, he threw what did I say, 6 pitches. All right, sounds good. Enjoy it. And that's in there for a strike. 7 pitches now. 6 of them have been for strikes from the young lefty, last year a rookie. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman that grabs it, throws to first, and just like that's 1 away. Hanwha will have Jo Dong-wook this inning, and yeah, like I said, I know I'm a little ahead. I don't know how far ahead. Okay, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, because I know, like from at the game I have 7-second delay, and I think they have a 15-second delay. But then I have an extra 2 seconds on my delay for YouTube, the actual YouTube broadcast. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and that's outside, 2-1. Still watching, still watching Saturday's game. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Woo Ja-wook 0 for 2 on the day, and that's going to be fouled away, and it's 2-2. 0 for 2 on the day, 0 for his last 15, 0 for 11 in this series with 3 strikeouts. All right, the 2-2, and that's going to be lined at the right fielder, and Im Jong Chan makes the catch. It looked like it was going to have a little bit more leg on it than that, but it did not, and that's two away. That brings up Kang Min Ho. Kang Min Ho on base twice so far. I don't think you guys know what that means. That is not a pleasant experience. Your baseball watching days would be over quickly. All right, Kang Min Ho steps in, looks at ball one, running inside, and it's 1-0. Well, 1-for-1 for Kang Min Ho, a single, an RBI, a walk, a run scored, filling up the stat sheet with a 366 on the season, and that's in there for a strike. The last three games have all been multi-hit for the backstop for Samsung. I wonder if he is, I don't know if he's the captain or if Koo Ja-wook is the captain. I should look that up. Who be the captain for the Samsung Lions? And that's going to be a ground ball off the diving shortstop. And he'll be on base. And another multi-hit game for Kang Min Ho. Kang Min Ho doing Kang Min Ho things. On base for the third time today. As Shimu Jun dives but isn't able to make the play. Looks like Koo Ja-wook is the team captain. This will be the first time that Jo Do-nook is going to have to pitch from the stretch. And we'll see as that first pitch is swinging. Going back is Moon Hyun Bin and makes the catch. That'll be 3 away. 2-out single, but nothing comes of it, and we will go to the break. It's 3-0 Samsung. Refill your waters, go to the bathroom, whatever else you need to do. I'll see you in a few. right. We should be coming back here. Reyes, 66 pitches through the first 5 innings. He'll face Chan Sung, who swings and misses at a ball that drops down below the zone, and it's 0-1. Of course, because that was pitch number 67, we knew it was going to be a strike. 175 on the season for Chan Sung. Rips that one to foul into the netting, and it's 0-2. Chan Sung struck out in his first at bats. He's 0 for 1 on the day, 0 for 7 with two strikeouts in this series. And the 0-2 is in the other batter's box because it was an 0-2 to a right-hander. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Way up, and it's 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And pops him up. That's going to be a little bit of trouble. Center fielder running in. And that'll be one away. That brings up the number 8 hitter, E.J. Wan. Oh, E.J. Wan 0 for 1 on the day. 1-3 ground out in his first at bats. Fouls that one straight back, and it's 1-1 or 0-1. Time called by E.J. Wan there. All right, the 0-1. The camera is moving like crazy. It's so windy. Flags are blowing hard. And they're blowing outs. And the 0-2 is that misses inside. He checks down and he did not go around, and it's 1-2. All right, so he steps back in 1-2 now on the day. 74 pitches for Reyes. The 1-2 pitch low, and it's 2-2. All right, 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, dives, gets up, throws across the mound, and out. What a play by the third baseman, Kim Young-un. Diving into foul territory, rolls up, gets over, throws a long dart right across the mound, and gets him for out number 2. E.J. Wan, a headfirst slide is not going to be enough, and they're they're reviewing it. He was out by a lot. Once again, Hanwha is, for some reason, they've resorted to. Well, we know why they resorted to this because why wouldn't you have your catcher head first sliding into first? What a play! Like, I mean, he might have been. It might have been closer if he would have ran through it, but I mean, he was a full body length away from the base before he. I don't know why you review that. Absolutely fantastic play. Makes the throw from the grass in foul territory. right, here comes the first pitch. Catches the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, that just misses low, 1-1. Reyes now sitting at 78 pitches on the day as Shimu Jun steps in a 5-3 ground out on a in his first at bat. He lifts that one to right fielder under it, and that is 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 3-0 Samsung. All right, we'll see who comes out for Hanwha. I wonder if Jodo Nuke will come back out or not. Again, uh, he did pitch yesterday. He threw 2 innings so far today, 17 pitches. He's obviously they're gonna need something from him. They'll have Samsung will have the number 7 hitter Diaz coming up. So we'll see. I think maybe they'll stay with Jodo Nuke because they need innings. You got your starting pitcher only goes 3 innings. He's only thrown 7.2 innings in his first 2 games total. So they need something from him as the bullpen is pretty depleted from yesterday. All right, we're back. Bottom of the sixth, 3-0 Samsung. Reyes, 79 pitches. Jodo Nuke, 17 pitches. He is still out there. All right, Diaz looks at ball one, and it's 1-0. 'And that's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. Diaz, 1 for 2 on the day. He struck out in his first at bat and a 2 RBI double in his last at bat, then was thrown out coming home, and that's going to be low, and it's 2-1. Both third basemen have been playing excellent defense today, saving some hits. And here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that's low. 3-1. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That drops down and it runs the count full. Second full count of the day for Diaz, fourth for Samsung, first full count for Jodo Nuke. He has given up 1 hit so far today. And the 3-2 pitch. That is going to be a little flare into center field, and it's going to drop in front of Moon Hyun Bin. And they've got the leadoff runner on base with another single. Diaz now 2 hits on the day. Park Byung-ho will come up. He singled in his last at-bat. So that's when Diaz was thrown out trying to come home on a very poor send by the third base coach. So that will be it for Jodo Nuke, who pitched well, gave up 2 hits in 2+ innings. We'll have a pitching change, and we'll be back as soon as we have an idea of who is going to be pitching. Jodo Nuke came in, did his job. I was wondering if he would come back out for the 6th after the long break. But obviously, they just wanted to come out and pitch against the left-hander, and then now bring in I assume a righty to face the righties, as Han Sung Hyuk will come in. Again, the righty. Han Sung Hyuk has not had a good season, to put it gently. All right, so Han Sung Hyuk steps in on the mound. He'll face Park Byung Ho with Diaz on first base. So here in the bottom of the sixth, Park Byung Ho again, 1 for 2 on the day, 2 for 9 in the series. As Samsung would love to get some insurance runs against this Hanwha bullpen that has been pitching a lot. Han Sung Hyuk, 5 games, 4.1 innings, 2 losses, 1 hold, 831 batting average against, 2.08 whip. Again, he pitched well at the start of last year. Then towards the end, after he was just being used way too much, uh, he fell off. And then what happens so often, especially with these Hanwha pitchers, is they have they have a good season, and then they're used so much the next season that's then the following season after that they are just they never recover, because in the KBO there's not a lot of off time. There is no off season. As that's a swing and a miss at a pitch that hits the dirt in the other batter's box. So in the KBO, you finish the season, and then you have winter training, and then you finish winter training, or you have postseason training, and then after postseason, then you have winter training, and then you go into spring. It doesn't stop. You only have maybe a week or 2 weeks off, as that's going to be a swing and a miss there at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. I have no idea what that means. 5-3-2-6. No idea. And that's going to be strikeout, looking at the top of the zone as it just clips it. And that's going to be one away as Park Byung Ho heads back to the dugouts. And Kim Hun Gong will step in. Kim Hun Gong. Oops, wrong button. He's only thrown 3 pitches, not 4. But pitch number 4 coming up here. In there for a strike. Kim Hun Gong, 0 for 2 on the day, 2.53 groundouts. Wants to make sure that No Shiwan gets some playing time, get some reps in over at third base. And the 0-1 up high, 1-1. And that's going to be a slow roller. No Shiwan is going to let it roll foul. Oh, wow. All right, so we got another one here. It's all right, here comes the 1-2 pitch after he re-pine-tarred his bats, and that's going to be a slapped into right field. Im Jong Chan is going to cut it off. Oh, he's going to bobble it as Diaz is going to head to third, and Kim Hun Gong is going to slide into seconds. we'll have to see if they're going to go that with a single and an air, or if they're going to go with a double there as Diaz heads over to third base, and Kim Hun Gon will move into seconds. Again, Im Dong Chan cut it off, but then bobbled it, and I think they're going to have to give him a single and an air. I'm going to give him a single and an air. I am going to give him a single and an air. The KBO will probably give him a double because nope, they do give him a single and an air. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, is that's a swing and a miss at a pitch down on the dirts, and it's 0-1. Yuji Hyuk steps in, 4-3 ground out, and ground outs back to Kim Tae-yeon over at first. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and the 0-1 counts. And that's outside, and it's 1-1. Isn't it? Yeah, last time I looked, it was 0. Yeah, it's 0-0 on the top of the 8th. That's going to be chopped foul, 1-2. Runners at second and third. Yuji Hyuk, 1 out here. Is again, Samsung is looking for some sort of insurance runs. Yesterday, they lost back in the 8th and 9th inning. They don't want a repeat of that. And the 1-2 misses outside, and it's 2-2. It's the KBO, though. There's always a chance. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball past the drawn in infield. He's going to come home. The throw way offline. He's going to get picked off. Oh, he's going to be in a rundown. And the throw to the second baseman, and then to the catcher. Still got his mask on, and he will be tagged out. So that'll be a single, 2 RBIs, and a pickle. And Samsung adds 2 more runs, and 2 outs now. Is that's will go down as a guess an 8-1-2 no 8-1 no 8-3-4-2-6. I think that's the official scoring. But Samsung again adds 2 more. There, got themselves one heck of a day, as that is low and it's ball 1. Love watching the catcher in the rundown there. 1-0. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch to EJ Hyun, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman makes the play. No, he bobbles it, and that'll be an E4, and the inning will still be alive. 2 errors now on Hanwha in this inning. And that'll bring up Kim Sung-yoon. Again, Hanwha, I've talked about this in multiple broadcasts. Their second basemans going left are not good. Man, there is action everywhere. Huge collision in the Doosan game. The mound issues in the LG and the Doosan or the LG Kia game. Here we've got a couple errors now, and we'll have another pitching change as Han Sung Hyuk is not able to get through the whole inning, or not even able to get 2 outs as his issues continue. Han Sung Hyuk gives up 1 unearned run, but 2 hits while only getting 2 outs. We'll have another pitcher here is Kim Bum Soo will come in to face the lefties. Over. It ain't over till it's over. All right, so we're back. Kim Bum Soo out on the mound. 2 games, .1 innings, 0 ERA, a whip of 6, though. He came back, I believe, Saturday, or Friday or Saturday. Recorded an out. He did not record an out in his first game. Puts his little pitch comm into his hats. All right, Kim Sung Yoon steps in. Kim Bum Soo's brother plays for Samsung, but he is out with Tommy John surgery. And the throw over to first is easily in. No, EJ Hyun has plenty of speed over at first base. Definitely have to watch him. Kim Bum Soo does throw pretty hard from the left side, as that is way outside. 1 0. 142 on the radar. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Checks over on the runner again, not anywhere close. All right, the 1-0 and misses inside, 2-0. And that's in there for a strike. And that's going to be fouled away, and it's 2-2. Mm-hmm. All right, the 2-2 pitch checks over on him again. I have to imagine that he is going to be going. And the 2-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws over, and that will end the inning. But Samsung puts up 2 more on 3 singles and an air, and we'll go to the 7th inning. It's 5-0 Samsung. Hanwha will have their 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. All right, I think everything's set up now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the seventh inning. On this is where they do their damage in the end of the games. We'll see if they can relive the magic from yesterday. All right, An Chi Hong looks at ball one on the outside, and it's 1-0. And in there for a strike, 1-1. So An Chi Hong 0 for 2 on the day, average down to 69 with a strikeout, a fly out to right, and that's going to be fouled out of play, and it's 1-2 now. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second shortstop grabs it, throws across, and that's one away. All right, so that brings up Florio. Florio 0 for 2 on the day with a pop up to the shortstop, a ground ball to the pitcher or the first baseman, and it looks at strike one at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. 130 on the season now for Florio. And that catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Does he throw the two seamer here off the plates, try to get him to chase? He's going to go upstairs, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strikeout number 6. Florio goes down on 3 pitches. You went upstairs. That's going to bring up Kim Tae-yeon. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that's going to be a ground ball, but it's foul, and it's 0-1. Ball boy goes out into the field to play, makes the pickup. Oh, he went with the cutter, not the two seam. All right, the 0-1, and that's fouled into his foot, 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up in the zone and misses 1-0 or 1-2. And the 1-2 pops him up. Second baseman over underneath it, and 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-0 Samsung. I don't know. Am I supposed to talk about this or not? The elsewhere around the league, KBO finally scored. It's 1-4. LG's up 4-1 there. Bottom of the seventh inning. They've got one runner on base. Pake Mean with one out. KT and SSG are locked in a pitcher's duel. They're in the top of the ninth. It's a 0-0 game. NC versus Kium. It's the 2-0 NC. Kium, though, has second and third with one out, and Cheju steps up. Looks like Dusan just took the lead over Lotte as Dusan is up 6-5 in the bottom of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom of the fourth is where that game's at. There was apparently a really big collision, is that somebody said, right? All right, so we've got the Kim Jong-soo out on the mound now. Kim Jong-soo, 6 innings, 5 games, 1 win, 150 ERA, a 524 OPS against, and a 1.17 whip. I think he's pitched in the last 3 games. Nope, he pitched yesterday's game, 2/3 of an inning, as that's a swing and a miss there. The Gujahook. 0 for 3 on the day. Again, he's 0 for 6, his last 16, 0 for 12 in this series, as that's misses low, and it's 1-1. And that's fouled away, makes it 1-2. Kim Jong-soo came up, wasn't on the original roster, but came up and has been pitching really well. As that is going to be lifted into center field. Moon Hyun Bin giving chase, and under it's and one away. Again, Moon Hyun Bin is not a natural center fielder. He played center field in his first season because Jung Won was at second. And then the plan last year was to have him at second base and then have An Chi Hong playing first and Chan Sung and Kim Tae Yun rotating in this weird three-way action at first base. But he didn't play well, and An Chi Hong can't play first, as that's in there for a strike to Kang Min Ho. Kang Min Ho, 2 for 2 on the day. So they've been having him DH, but he's not a good DH because he needs to be involved with the game. Then they had him pinch hitting, and he finally pinch hit and kind of played extremely well yesterday. But again, I don't like the fact that they threw him in the number 5 spots as the 0-1, and that's going to be ripped, but it's just foul. And it's 0-2. I don't like the fact that they put him in the number 2 spots or the number 4 spots. I think better would be to put him in the lineup, let him get used to playing center field and in the lineup, and then from there move him around wherever he needs to be. Looks like maybe a broken bat. The umpire is pointing it out, so who knows? He was going to bat with it, but the umpire pointed it out. I was like, no, that's broke, dude. You can't use that. He tried to break it over his knee, but he ain't Bo Jackson. So he's got a new bats, and here we go. 1 out, 0-2 counts to Kang Min Ho. Again, 2 for 2 on the day with a 2 singles, an RBI, a walk, a run scored, and that misses inside. 1-2 now. Lots of action from the catcher. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Beautiful curveball. Freezes him looking. And that will be two away. Beautiful 12-6. Oh, right, here we go. Two down now, and that's going to bring up Kim Young-un. Big swing and a miss there from the third baseman. Drops down to his knee once again. The big play over at third base to save a hit way back in what's a couple innings ago. Yeah, back in the sixth. All right, he's 0 for 2 on the day, and that is upstairs 1-1. Walked in his first at bats, came and then a strikeout in the third, and a fly out to center field in his third at bats. And another 1-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 1-2. Just dropping that curveball in. This is a guy that you can throw something down, down, down in the dirts, and they're going to set up inside, and he fouls it away because it leaked back into the over the plate. He is a guy that, again, a huge swing and a miss guy. Does have a lot of power. At this point, it's a 5-0 game. You got to challenge him inside. Don't try to get him to chase something as he fouls that away. Again, they're going up. They're going up, and he's fouling them off. They need to go down and in. He will chase the things low in the zone and off the plates. And they just miss way off the plates. EJ Wan tapped the ground to kind of say throw down, but the ball just came out of his hand awkward and went way wide. All right, the 2-2 pitch runs up and in, and now it's 3-2. All right, so sets up once again the 3-2 pitch. First full, and we're gonna have a little bit of time as I guess he stepped off the back of the mound. The cameraman is not even looking at the as that is going to be ball four. Yeah, I mean I've been here since 2014, so I've been here quite a while. All right, Diaz will step in. Diaz 2 for 3 on the day as he's finally starting to find his stroke. Two RBI double back in the third, an RBI single, and a run scored in the fourth, and he slaps that one foul, and it's 0-1. Average up to 224 now. He's moved himself over the Mendoza line. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a liner into center field. Drops right in front of Moon Hyun Bin. And he's got himself a third hit on the day, and runners on first and second now. And that'll bring up a Pak Byung Ho. I don't think Samsung wants to be getting in a long inning here. I think that's exactly what they do not want at this point, or at least their pitcher does not want at this point. All right, Pak Byung Ho looks at ball one in the dirt, and it's 1-0 now. Pak Byung Ho 0 for 3, 0 for, or sorry, 1 for 3 on the day. He did have a uh, single, and then he had a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. Struck out looking in his last. I have no idea what you're talking about, honestly, as that's outside, and it's 2-0. I've never watched any Korean movies. I've never even seen the Parasites, or I've never seen Train to Busan or Parasites. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Woo, up and in, and it's 3-0. 3-0 pitch. He's got to be taken the whole way here. Looking like an Eiffel 65 shirt here. Blue undershirt, blue armor, blue wristbands, blue everything, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. And the bases are now loaded, ladies and gentlemen. The bases are now loaded for Kim Hun-gon. Like I said, the Hanwha pitchers do not do well when they have to pitch in 2 straight games. And that's going to bring up Kim Hun-gon. Kim Hun-gon, 265 on the season, 1 for 3 today. Singled in his last at bat, came around to score. And a 2-5-3 groundouts, and that one just catches the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Two grand slams in his career, and he sets up on the outside, and a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2 because he was way out in front of that. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up way outside, and he throws it in the other batter's box because that's the rules. 0-2, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, got to throw it in the other batter's box. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up inside this time and catches him looking, and they leave the bases loaded. And we'll go to the 8th inning. It's Samsung 5, Hanwha 0. Other 3 left on. That's 9. They led off the game in the first inning and left the bases loaded, and then they've left a runner on 3 other innings, and now another 3 here. We'll go to the top of the next. So Tuesday, I think Tuesday I'll do maybe NC and KT. Wednesday will be Kia and Lotte, and then Thursday will be Hanwha and Doosan. Actually, maybe Tuesday, maybe Hanwha Doosan. Because Friday I'm gonna do Kiom and Hanwha, because that'll be Puig versus Ryuhun Jin. All right, Hanwha will step up. 6 strikeouts so far for Reyes, 90 pitches through 7 innings. And Hanwha will have their number 4 hitter coming up. 90 pitches, 60 for strikes, 30 for balls. Nobody should go anywhere. Everybody should be here for this game right now. Every KBO fan in the world should be watching this game right now. All right, Moon Hyun Bin swings and fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. 231 on the season for Hanwha's new center fielder. And that is going to be a liner into right field. And that does it, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect game is over, and the top of the eighth is Moon Hyun Bin finally comes up with a base runner for Hanwha, and Hanwha gets their first base runner of the day. Top of the eighth with nobody out is Moon Hyun Bin. Puts a soft liner into right field, and the right fielder isn't able to come up and make the play. All right, now I can talk about it more. Perfect game is over. Little mound visit, a little chitty chat with Reyes, and that'll be it for him. Uh, 8 innings, 1 hit, no walks, no runs, 5 Ks. As he'll get a standing ovation, even from the Hanwha fans over on the other side. I'll take a quick little break while they change pitchers. All right, so Reyes is done. Let me clear out his stuff. Iho Song will take over on the mound. I'll get that changed also. Iho Song, 5 games, 4.2 innings, a 3.86 ERA, and the first pitch is ball one. Oh, no Shiwan steps in again. Reyes is responsible for the runner over at first base, as that is low and it's 2-0. Wrong button. Yeah, list that's one, but it'll get out of play and it's 2-1. Oh. Line is not quite final on Reyes, but 92 pitches, 62 for strikes. Did go up 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Again, the 1 hit was the leadoff single by Moon Hyun Bin into right field. No walks, perfect through 7, and the 2-1, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. They finally get a base runner, and he is immediately erased, and yeah. So that will make his line final, ladies and gentlemen. Reyes, 7 innings and 92 pitches, 62 for strikes, 1 hit, 0 walks, 6 strikeouts, 0 runs. And Hanwha has had the minimum, as Im Jong Chan will step in for his first official at bats. And that's ball one. And he took over for Lee Jin Young in his first at bats. They're giving him a strikeout, but he does not have a strikeouts. That is awful, awful job by this television crew, as that's going to be fouled away, and it's 1-1 now. They have him as 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day, but it's because Lee Jin Young was up to bats and had 2 strikes. Lee Jin Young gets the strikeouts, not Kim Jong Chan. I don't know who's running the production crew for KBS, but I need to have a word with him as that's a swing and a miss at a pitch up in the zone. And it's 1-2. And freezes him looking, and that one, that strikeout will go down to him. And Hanwha will have 3 outs left to finally get base runners into scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's everything Samsung and nothing Hanwha. I mean, lordy, lord. Would they have 3 hits in the 3 base runners in Friday's game against Wantain? Yeah, 3 hits, 3 base runners. 2 hits against Wantain. And then today they've got 1 hit against Reyes. And then you look at last week against Hernandez. What did they have? They had 1 hit against Hernandez. And then against Song or Im Jang Chon or Im Jang Gyu, they had 2 hits. And then against Song Sung Gi, they had 1. Hanwha's offense is like awful. Like, I don't even know how else to explain. It's just awful. All right, it's bottom of the 8th. Let's see. Nope. Guanmin Gyu will come out on the mound for Hanwha. Guanmin Gyu, 4 games, 4.1 innings, ERA of 0, 1.38 whip for the rookie. A lot of people were expecting him to be in the rookie of the year conversation after his very, very, very good spring. And he has continued it through into the regular season. All right, Yuji Hyuk will lead things off for Samsung and looks at ball 1 in the dirt. 1-0. Yuji Hyuk 0 for 1 for 3 on the day. 2 RBI single in his last at bat, and then he was caught in that. See if I can remember the 8-1 or 8-3 4-2-6 put out. And ball 2. So the only person that does not have a hit today, actually that has not been on base, is Gujauk. And here comes the 2-0 pitch, misses inside, and it's 3-0. So Gujauk 0 for 4 on the day, and then the number 5 hitter Kim Young-un has walked twice. He's 0 for 2 though. Everyone else has got themselves a hits. Kang Min-ho and Diaz both with multiple hits. They were on base 3 times apiece. And here comes a 3-0. That misses inside, and 4 pitches, 4 balls, 1 walk. Leadoff walk here, and Samsung will look to put the game completely away in this inning so that they do not have a replay of yesterday. Again, Hanwha 1 run in the 3rd, and then 3 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th to give themselves a 6 or 7-6 win. And that's just touches a piece of the zone, and it's 0-1. EJ Hyun reached on an error in his last at bat. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Single and a run scored in the first run of the day. And that misses 1-1 now. Then a 5-3 ground out, a 6-3 ground out, and then he extended the inning in the sixth with an error on the second baseman, the second error of the inning for Hanwha. And that's upstairs again at 2-1. Hanwha, did he pitch yesterday? He did not pitch yesterday. So he's basically been pitching every other day. And here's the pitch. It just catches the inside corner, and it's 2-2 now. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Outside, runs the counts full. And he walked to the first batter on 4 pitches, and he's got himself a full counts now. The 3-2 counts. EJ Hyun, the leadoff hitter. That'll leave plenty of speed on the base pass between the shortstop and second baseman. And the 3-2 pitch upstairs, and that's ball 4. All right, Samsung, 2 runs here, or 2 runners here, bottom of the 8th. They've got nobody out, and Kim Sung-yoon will come up to bat as Gwon Min-gyu is struggling with finding the strike zone late in this game. Mind might already be on the bus back to Daejeon. Hanwha's legend coach looking on. All right, Kim Sung-yoon steps in now, 444 on the season. A bunch single in his first at bat, a walk, a stolen base, a run scored, and 2 4-3 groundouts, and that catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. This is my personal rendition of the Mario song. Hopefully, it does not get copyrighted. And the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be a single into center field. No, Moon Hyun Bin tries to catch it, but he drops it. And 1 run is going to be in. 2 runs are in. No, 1 run. Yuji Yuck, maybe. All right, Samsung decides to add some more runs. I don't know if that's going to go down as a hit or an error. Moon Hyun Bin, again, he's not a center fielder. He comes in, he makes a sliding catch. Yeah. Again, he's not a center fielder. That's a difficult play, but nonetheless, Samsung is going to have runners on first and third with nobody outs. And I'll wait for the official scoring on that. They are going to give him a single. And they'll check over at first. Gu Jauk steps in now. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Yeah. And that's down the middle, and it's strike 1. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And pops it up. EJ Wan takes off his mask, but it's way deep into the tables. And it's 0-2. Yeah. Mimi. You want to borrow one of my Samsung uniforms? Samsung uniform, Pilio Hale? And the 0-2 just misses. 1-2. Hyundai Unicorns, Pilio Hale? And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And did he go? Did not, and it's 2-2. Hoton Hanwha uniform Pilio. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside, and he rips it, but foul, and it stays 2-2. You have to think about it now. Guanmin Gyu, he's thrown 17 pitches and doesn't have any outs yet. How long are you going to leave him in there? Kang Min Ho, righty on deck, and then behind him is Kim Young-un, the lefty, and Diaz, the lefty, and the 2-2 swing and a miss, and Gu Jia-hook goes down for the 5th time today. Makes me happy to see him swing and a miss. Smurp? Nah, no. All right, so you've got one out now. Kang Min Ho steps in, first pitch, and fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. Hanwha or Samsung uniform Darin Parangsekiel. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up inside, runs inside, but that's way inside, and it's 1-1. And pops that one up. That's going to be trouble, is that's going to just go into the stands, and it'll be 1-2 now. Gu Jia-hook 0 for 5 on the day. At this point, Kim Young-un is trying to get an at bat so that he can see if he can get a hit for the day. And 2 players for Samsung without hits on the day, but Kim Young-un has been on base twice. And in the 1-2 pitch, swings and fouls that away. Just gets a piece, and it stays 1-2. Now it's 22 pitches here for Kim Min-gyu or Guan Min-gyu. I think that's running up to his career high. Again, he is a rookie, a 2nd round pick from Hanwha last year. All right, the 1-2 pitch ripped over the jumping third baseman. No 1 run is going to score as he cruises in, and Kang Min Ho is going to have himself a RBI double, his 4th time on base today. And Samsung is now up 7-0. Still just 1 out as Kim Young-un will step in. Are they going to keep Guan Min-gyu? Yeah, they're going to keep Guan Min-gyu out there as he pops that one out of play, and it's 0-1. I have to think that, I mean, he's got Guan Min-gyu or Kim Young-un here, who's a lefty, and then Diaz, who's also a lefty. After that is Park Byung-ho. If he's basically got 2 batters, as that is outside 1-1. I mean, he's now thrown 25 pitchers as a rookie in this inning. You know, They've got guys that can make it 10-0 real quick. And that's a big swing and a miss. He was trying to do it. He was trying to make it 10-0 there. So 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks, a strikeout, and a fly out to center field, and is 1-2 now. And he slaps the bat out, and Florio will be under it, and he's going to try to go home. The throw not going to be in time as he has way, way too much speed there, and they'll tack on another one as it is now 8-0. That brings up Diaz. Diaz will look to extend the inning. Again, this should be his last batter. Diaz, a left-handed hitter, and his Pak Byung-ho on deck is a righty as that misses low. And it is 1-0. Diaz, 3 for 4 on the day. A double, 2 RBIs, a single, and a single. Does have a run scored also, and the 1-0 pitch pops him up, and that is going to be at the track, and goodbye. 10-0, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Chills. I told you. Chills, I told you, man. All right. That's going to bring up a pinch hitter here. Bye-bye. All right. Jun Byung-woo steps in and looks at the strike of the... Nope, a ball, 2-0. I don't know why he is still out there. 31 pitches now. And that's going to be ball 3. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. 32, 33 pitches now for, obviously that's a career high. 33 pitches in this inning. And a swing and a miss there. Runs the counts full. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Misses low. Ball 4. .153 on that. Off the bat, 36 degrees. Again, not a home run in most stadiums. That would be off the wall in most stadiums, I think. All right, and that brings up, ripped, but just foul. As the Kim Han-gon was trying to make it 12-0. Just a little out in front of it, and All right, here comes the pitch, and that's going to be ball one up high, 1-1 now. What's up, Charles? Just in time for all of the action. Hanwha's got him right where they want him. And the 1-1 way outside at 2-1. Gotta love having your rookie left-hander throwing 38 pitches in a blowout game, 38 pitches in 1 inning. As he's given up 5 runs so far. Kim Hun Gon only batter who has not come to the plate yet today. And that is lifted. That is going Florial at the track. And 3 away. He gave it a ride. We'll go to the ninth inning. Hanwha needs about 6 miracles to be able to pull this one out. Good Lord, is Hanwha awful. Let me fix that. They do have more. They have 13 runs now. 13 hits, 8 walks. Hanwha, 1 hit. Hanwha, 1 hit, 0 walks. Yeah, Hanwha, I remember that game very specifically. Hanwha scored 16 runs in 1 inning against Lotte. The guy that I got, I did my whatever it is, the bull goat moment, the where you get the sign ball and all of that, and I did that with the guy that had 2 doubles in 1 inning. He came up to bat 3 times in 1 inning. All right, well. Oh yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. They just got one. They just got one. This is the new hitting coach. The legend Hanwha manager went out and got a new hitting coach. This is it. This is what you get. Iho Sung back out on the mound. Why would anyone want to come to Hanwha? Players don't want to come here unless they get paid a lot. As Chan Sung looks at ball one on the outside. Players don't want to come here. Uh, you know, coaches don't want to come here. Oh, Park Jung Hyun is out on the mound. 3 games of 5.2 innings. As that is fouled away. 1-1 now. And that's outside. Oh, Baek Jung Hyun, surprising that he is out there. I believe he started on Tuesday. And that's going to be ripped right at the third baseman, and that will be 1 away. Didn't he start on Wednesday? Oh, no, he just got the win on Wednesday. All right, here comes the pitch, and that catches the bottom of the zone. Iwan Suk pinch hitting here. Not going to bother changing it, and that is going to be lifted into center field. Center fielder giving chase and under it. And And that's will be two away as Hanwha now down to their very last outs. If you notice, everybody, Hanwha is down to their last outs in the bottom of the ninth, and they are on their fourth or their ninth batter. Hanwha has sent 27 batters up to the plate now. They have one hit. He was immediately hit into a double play as Chey Ho steps in, and that's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1, and he pops that one foul, and we've got a new catcher also. Again, I'm not going to change all this. Chey Ho hitless on the season. Again, a guy that needs to be getting regular at bats, but he's not getting regular at bats. Coming off the bench in these blowout games is not something he needs. That's going to be a soft liner to the shortstop, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be it for Hanwha and the game. They absolutely get thrashed. Like, not even anything near being close. Just absolutes beating. I mean, awful. Awful. Wow. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Reyes, obviously, uh, player of the game, 7 innings, 92 pitches, 62 for strikes, gave up one hit. He was perfect through seven. Top of the eighth, he gave up the single to Moon Hyun Bin, and then came out of the game. Really, I mean, this team looks awful. They're now winless against different starters. I mean, it goes back to the first game of the season. They had 2 hits against Jesus. Then they did okay against Cuevas, but then they played LG, and they had one hit against Hernandez. They had I believe one or two. They had 2 hits against Im Jong Gyu, who ended up throwing a complete game shutout. And then the next game, they had 1 hit against their starter. Then they had Nail come in, and they had 3 hits against him. Then the next Kia starter, they just cannot hit starters. It's really just awful. Again, they 1 hit today against the starter, 1 hit all day. They had 3 base runners on Friday's game against Samsung against Won Tae-in, and then today they had 1 base runner against Reyes. Absolutely awful, awful offense. Again, a legend coach, guys. Absolute legend of a coach. Very important that you guys understand that he won the gold medal for Korea back in 2008. So he won the gold medal, so he is obviously a legend. And well, he also had the greatest players in KBO history on that team in their prime. So, but yeah, I mean, Hanwha Omsong-baek once again pitched awful. They went out and paid him a bunch of money. I understand why they went out and paid him a bunch of money, but they paid him way too much money to be a fifth starter. He gives up too many home runs, and he's just not. He doesn't have it. He's his numbers an ERA of 5. Yeah, he was 13-10, but an ERA of 5 tells me he was lucky, not good. So their hitting is awful. Again, they only have, I think, 2 guys hitting over 200. One of them is Lee Young, and he was hit and came out of the game. So yeah, I mean, he really is, like, I don't know. There's no other way to say it. But Hanwha's hitting has been awful. as a team, they're hitting below the Mendoza line. As I mean, again, there's only I think two guys, maybe three guys hitting over 300 on this entire Hanwha team. Samsung is one of the best teams in the league. Again, I picked them to finish second in the league. Now that they're healthy, now that they've got all their guys back, I think this team and LG right now are easily the best two teams in the league. Kia is also a very good team, but Kia just has so many injuries right now that they are not playing well. But anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will be back on Tuesday. I haven't decided yet what game I'll either do on Tuesday next week. I'll either do Hanwha and Doosan, or I'll do SSG and Samsung. So I haven't quite decided just yet. Tuesday or Wednesday will be Kia versus Lotte, as James Nail will be on the mound that day. And then Friday for sure will be Hanwha versus Kium, as Yuhan Jin versus Puig, the matchup that I've been waiting for since Puig was announced to be re-signing with Kium. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Nick. And as always, guys, until next time.